That's the first part of the game.
So Simon did know Kate at college, but why would he lie about that? Maybe he knows Kate better than he's willing to admit. 6 o'clock. I wonder if Rebecca's working in the pub tonight.
A bit of a tutorial level. You only have 2 suspects to worry about and one pretty straightforward contradiction to find, so it's not a huge deal, but it gets harder. Just gonna go behind the pub before going in the pub.
A broken window. Recently smashed by the look of it. Might have to ask about that.
Outbuilding. I've never heard the term outbuilding before this game. Key. It's in lock. No surprise there.
I wonder whose mask this is.
This mask is great.
Rebecca's or Ryan's?
Try and investigate a little further.
Just looks like junk, but it's too dark to tell.
Yeah, it's real dark. Nothing to see. Obviously, there'll be something there later. But it always pays to wander around a little bit before before starting to interrogate people or interview people, I guess, because eventually stumble upon cutscenes.
Who is it? I'm a police officer, Detective Inspector Jenks. It's all right, you can carry on if you want to. I'm just going. I'm investigating a death in the village, Kate Vine. There was a death recently
I knew her.
Well, could I ask you a few questions, please?
A bit dark.
Very dark.
Well, if you give me your name and address, I'll come later on. Where do you live?
Farmhouse.
And what's your name?
Also farmhouse. I don't think there's anything going on up here. No. Nice thing about this is there's also a map for fast travel, so we don't have to wander around. We'll check out the Atlas building later. I think it's locked right now. Let's check. No, it's not. My bad. Oh, that's right, but we can't really get anywhere with it.
Ryan was interviewed in the lounge, according to the report. That must be his office.
Ryan is the head of Atlas. If you don't remember from the intro. Shut. 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 Here's his lounge. And no answer. So let's go right to the map and run back down to the farmhouse. Other end
According
of
to the
town.
map, Abbey Farm is across the road there.
And we're going to sneak around before we talk to the man.
Picture frames with black painted glass. Very interesting.
Could I ask you a few more questions, please?
Didn't take you long.
Haven't got much time. Just close the doors, shall I?
He's basically a cartoon
Where do you want to
character.
sit? Oh, anywhere's fine. I didn't quite catch your name.
James, sit there.
Thank you, James.
Why are you asking me about Kate Vine?
Routine.
Routine.
You know Simon, don't you? Thompson.
Why? What did he say?
That you all went to college together, you and Kate. Is that right?
Might have done.
Right. Good enough.
So James here is our third suspect, which means we gotta go through all the stuff as well.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
Can't remember.
How did you know her?
Through Simon. His girlfriend was mates with her. Saw her around college a few times.
Did you socialise with her much?
Nah. She wasn't my type.
I guess you don't actually have to ask every question. I haven't bothered to go through and find out exactly just the ones you need in case you're planning on speedrunning this game or whatever, but it's a lot of entertaining
Did you
stuff
know whether Kate had lost this or not?
coming out of Jane.
No idea.
So it's best just to see what he says.
What do you know about Simon's bike?
What bike?
You haven't seen him on a bike.
I haven't seen him.
When was the
When
last time
was-
you saw him?
About a month ago.
And yeah, I like that sometimes he will just ask someone about something that doesn't make any sense. Sometimes the game doesn't let you, like James wouldn't know about the bottle, so we can't ask. But for the same reason, we were able to ask about the bike, and he just didn't know. So, and also, rather than asking about the pendant, they're gonna make us ask through the freedom necklace, but we're gonna get the same answer. So next, homebrew. James will know
Have
about
you
homebrew.
ever tried Simon's homebrew?
Thompson's tar? Yeah, I've tried it.
Did he sell it?
Well, not to me, not for money anyway. We used to trade stuff.
What did you trade?
I make a nice herbal tea as it happens. Him and his girlfriend were into it.
What was his beer like?
Lethal.
Strong?
Knock your eyes out.
Ever seen one of these before? Freedom necklace.
I don't think so.
Know anything about a broken window at the pub?
Don't go to the pub.
You've never been to the pub.
Didn't say that. Been to the pub, but not for about 2 months, 3 months.
Mumps is a funny word. Never heard anyone say months as months. But there's a lot I haven't heard. Just ask about the mask.
Ever seen this before?
No, should I have?
No, it's okay.
He just likes to put on a little show.
Now, what's all this stuff in the workshop? Paint and stencils and things like that?
Just a little sideline of mine.
Oh, you do picture framing.
They're black mirrors. Scrying mirrors.
Now, what's a scrying mirror?
Show you one if you want. Scrying goes back centuries. The ancient Persians did it. This country pagans still practice it. The fortune tellers pretend to do it. That's what the crystal ball's all about. It's all scrying. Mirror's just one way of doing it.
But what is scrying?
Depends who you are. People do it for different reasons.
What sort of reasons?
Exploring your mind, clearing your mind, communicating with the dead.
Is that what you use them for, James? Communicating with the dead?
And they make them for other people these days.
And there's a market for these, is there?
Lots of people want to talk to the dead, even if they don't believe in it.
Do you make a profit on them?
I don't do it for the money.
How very charitable of you. Can I keep this?
Keep it.
Thank you.
Black mirrors and hookah pipes. I wonder what else James is into.
So yeah, James is into some unusual stuff, seemingly unrelated to the
Be back
investigation.
later on, if that's okay.